Howdy everybody, Casey LaCourse coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada with another Hearts of the West, a video showcase of cowboy poets, Western performers, musicians, and songwriters. And at the end, I always have my tip of the hat, my tribute to a person, place, or anything that keeps us moving forward in the Western world. And it could be a favorite Western movie clip of yours, so keep tuned, I think you're going to enjoy it. Now, as you can see, I'm in a swimming pool. I got a little buggy staying inside, so I thought I'd switch it out a little bit. But I am keeping it Western because I'm wearing my hat. So I always kick it off with one of my poems. And this first poem, the inspiration for this was an authentic person in history. I've always admired her. She was one of a kind. She was really something. And I think you're going to know who I'm talking about once I get started. And the title of this poem is A Remarkable Pair by Casey LaCourse. It was fate that would change two lives. A sharpshooter and a marksman combined would create an amazing story I can tell in rhyme. 25 shots was all it took. He was taken off guard, but completely hooked. Shot through the heart, not by a bullet, but by Cupid's arrow. She was a sharpshooter with a natural flair. She could sight and shoot backwards with a handheld mirror. He was a marksman and quite debonair. Together, they were a remarkable pair. That's right, you can bet your last dollar. I speak of Annie Oakley and her love, Frank Butler. They would marry and travel the world, meet kings and queens and the great Sitting Bull. Together for 50 years, then Annie died. Frank was so heartbroken, he refused to eat. Truer words were never spoken. 3 weeks later, he joined his Annie, and together they walked hand in hand on another journey. Thank you, folks. Stick around.
She left her lipstick letter on a mirror. It was shattered on the bathroom floor. All I could put back together was you'll never see me no more. She took all her clothes but one red dress. It was the one she knew I liked the best. All I could do was think of the mess and wonder where she's gone. Well, I had a sky blue ragtop Mustang. It was 1964. She drove it on into the night till she just wouldn't go no more. She caught a ride on into town. She bought some gas, then she laid the top down. Then she burnt that pole to the ground on the deserts of New Mexico. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. She gave me every chance a man could want. Well, I've never known a love so strong, but she's so crazy when she's been done wrong. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone. Well, I got a call from her mama Theta down in El Paso. She said she heard this story from Rita on the way to Mexico. Now she could tell I was taking it hard, and she was sorry about my car. But she said, you're lucky all she broke was your heart, but you just better let it go. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. She gave me every chance a man could want. Well, I never known a love so strong, but she's so crazy when she's been done wrong. When Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. Well, she never gave me a chance to explain. Well, I guess it don't matter much now. Anyway, when Rita leaves, oh, Rita's gone. When Rita leaves, Rita's gone.
Kitty, and he went to Hollywood. shoot anybody. And she did it in such a feminine way. She didn't strut, and she wasn't a big blowhard. She was just a lady, and that's what she wanted to be. That's what her mother raised her to be, was a lady.
Annie Oakley was certainly the first female superstar of our time that we have known. She was famous nationally and internationally. She wowed crowds and she broke barriers. She excelled in a field that was traditionally male, but she maintained those outward appearances of what it meant to be female at that time.
She could shoot as well as anybody else, or better, with a rifle, a shotgun, a revolver, or pistol, or, as she says, any arm.
Annie Oakley performed with the Buffalo Bill Wild West show for close to 2 decades, and then she left, and then she performed with another show, a Young Buffalo Wild West show, for another 3 years. And then also she would give exhibitions and really enjoyed teaching women how to shoot. She was a very strong proponent of exercise for women and being healthy and learning how to handle a gun at a time, mind you, when that wasn't particularly the norm.
When she'd say aim at a high mark, she knew how important education was, because she knew how tough it was. She was very mature and clever, and realizing that you gotta have an education. Aim high. It's not just to shoot, it's to get smart and be able to compete in business, in life.
Annie Oakley, I believe, is a role model for women today, young women, older women, in that she has those timeless qualities that make a mentor as example. With her shooting, it was a skill. She worked on it. She got better. She used it. She made an income, a nice living off of it. And with that, then she turned around and helped other women. She helped them learn how to shoot. She helped educate them. She was very much a patriot and melted down her medals and donated that money toward various charities. So I think what we see in an Annie is that kind of woman who speaks to all women and says, hey, I can do this and you can too.
I don't think she had a wonderful legacy. I don't think nobody will ever forget Annie. Holy Joe.
Holy moly. That was great. It does look